Hey, JC here. Guess where I'm at? I'm at the train station. No matter where you're living in Thailand, one of the great things about being in Southeast Asia in general, not just Thailand, is that transportation is inexpensive. It's cheap to get around. And you're not going to want to sit in one place all the time. No matter how much you like it, you're going to want to get out and see new places. And it's cheap to do that. I mentioned it before in other videos. So, how about we go take a trip? You want to take a train trip somewhere? Let's check out someplace, or how to get someplace. So, before I tell you where I'm going, first let me talk about train travel in Thailand. Just recently there was an accident on I think it was the Bangkok to Chiang Mai train. But if you think about the comparison, it's like if you want to go to, say, Chiang Mai, you have a couple options. If you have your own vehicle, you can drive. But be aware, if you're driving, be very careful. Make sure you have the proper licenses. Because there's road stops along the way, checkpoints where you're going to have to show your license and everything. And especially during holidays, it can be a little bit dangerous driving on the roads. Having said that, if you take a bus, guess what? You're still on the roads. And bus drivers and van drivers are notorious for not driving as safely as they could, I'll put it that way. Anybody that lives over here will tell you if they've been in one of these minivans or in the buses, passing and stuff, it can be a little dicey. Most of the buses adhere to the speed limits now, but the minivans say they are, basically flat out. Anyway, so what's your option? Train travel. So let me talk to you a little bit about train travel. First of all, it's a great way to get around. There's two lines that travel around. Actually, there's a lot of lines. There's a southern line, there's a northern line, there's a northeastern line. There's a lot of different lines depending on where you're going. They'll hub in Bangkok at a station called Hua Lamphong train station. And so you take those. Now, the train tracks are old, the trains themselves are old. Now they're talking about putting a high-speed rail in, and China is going to help them with this. It's supposedly already planned, and it will take what would be, let's see here, it would be a 13-hour trip and make it about 2.5 hours. So we're looking forward to high-speed rail here. Now, having said that, the rail system that's in now, there's two train companies. There's Nakhon Ping, and then there's the standard rail. If you get the option, use Nakhon Ping. The cars are a little bit newer. They're a little bit cleaner. The beds are a little bit bigger. If you're going to go second class or first class, has sleepers, air-conditioned sleepers, and which I recommend taking. Not so much first class unless you're with two people. They're a little bit pricier compared to second class sleepers, which are bunks basically with curtains, and you'll be seeing that. But the Nakhon Ping, the berths are a little bit bigger. They're laid out a little bit better. So if you can get that train, ask for it and use that one. When you book your tickets, you can book in advance, but if some travel agent or something tells you they can get the ticket for you, it means they're going to run to the train station. You can't book them online or anything like that. You actually have to go physically pick up the ticket at a train station. So they're going to have a layout of where do you want to be in the train, and upper and lower berths if you're going to go second class sleeper. And I recommend, if you're big, if you're tall, to use the bottom berths because they're a little bit bigger, and so keep that in mind. Also, you want to be in the center of the rail car. Why would that be? Well, if you're on the ends, you're over the carriage, the wheels, and they're going to be bouncing over these tracks, and they're very noisy, and it's a lot rougher ride. So if you can get a seat or a berth in the middle of the train, I recommend that for sure. What else? Bring some food. They do serve food. It isn't that expensive. It's a little more expensive than buying it on the streets. But it's not the best food, so if you can, just bring your food with you. You can buy it at any neighborhood shop, or in some of the train stations now they have KFCs if you like foreign fast food, and bring it on the train with you. You can bring drinks on the train. You can bring whatever you want. I also recommend you have some earplugs that you put in, and maybe even some blinders to keep light out of your eyes. They used to shut down the lights, dim them, but due to safety reasons and stuff like that, now they keep the lights on. But you can draw the curtains, but they'll still be light as you're going along. Now, they're actually improving the train tracks. The train tracks used to have wooden trestles that held the track itself, and now they've replaced those. And you notice it when you're driving. I'm not driving the train. Hopefully you're not either. You notice it when you're riding in the train. The areas where they put cement in for the rails, for the trestles, it's actually a lot smoother ride, and now they're trying to pull all those up, all the wooden ones up, and replace them. And you'll notice a big difference when you get to where there's cement now instead of wooden supports underneath the rails. So anyway, that's all I can say basically about train travel. Now, I'm in Chiang Mai. I can go to Bangkok and catch the train to Lumpang. I mean, not to Lumpang, to Chiang Mai. And but the thing about it is, the train leaves here at about 4:55 p.m. And it gets in, actually, 4:55 a.m. gets in at 9 a.m. Or there's a 7 p.m. train that gets in at, or 2:33 train that gets in at 7 p.m. Now, the reason I'm not real thrilled about that is the train that I'm actually going to take from Bangkok to Chiang Mai leaves at 10 o'clock, which means I would get in at 7 p.m. and I'd have to wait 3 hours. So I'm not real thrilled about that. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go from Chiang to Bangkok yet, but I got a ticket from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, and the upper berths in second class sleeper, I usually go sleeper, second class, and upper one's 751 baht and the lower one's 821 baht. So for 821 baht, I can go from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, bring a book, bring an MP3, bring videos, whatever you want, and hang out. So, ready to take the trip? Yeah? Okay, let's head out of here and let's head off to Chiang Mai. And you can come along for the ride with me. And I'll show you along the way how to make connections and stuff like that, okay? Sound good? Okay, let's go. So guess what? It's the time to leave. It's time to head up to Chiang Mai. Now, because of the conflicting time schedule, or the wait, if I took the train to Bangkok and then waited for the connection to Chiang Mai, I've decided to go to Chiang Mai by minivan. And there's a lot of these companies in China to take minivans from. And it's a 2.5-hour drive into Bangkok, where the company that I've chosen will let me off right next to the SkyTrain, the BTS system. So I'll be able to catch BTS right to the train station, not a problem. Actually, it's a connection to the MRT. And it goes right to the train station, so I'll be able to jump right on the train. Not such a long layover for me, and there's my ticket. It's 160 baht, 2.5 hours. So usually I show up someplace within minutes of leaving. Usually not a good idea. Sometimes it's a problem. You don't want to do that for the train. I've actually seen the train pull out before. Trains do leave on time. But today I'm not so worried about it, because the company that I chose the van from here, guess what? They're on the same road as the beer bars. So I can sit at one of the beer bars, have a drink, relax, get ready for my trip, and wait for the van to show up. So today it's not a problem waiting for the van. I'll happily sit and wait a few minutes for the van to show up. So there's a couple things to keep in mind if you're going to take one of these minivans. I've said this before, but I'll reiterate it again. If you're tall, you need to get the row right behind the driver. And why is that? Well, because they cram in a lot of people into these little vans, and if you need the leg room, you want to be the first row behind the driver, because he's obviously, hopefully not going to recline his seat while he's driving. But anyway, that gives you more leg room. If you have a problem with motion sickness, take a Dramamine. You might even be in the middle between other people, so it gets a little cramped and stuffy. So if you need some kind of medication, they sell it usually in 7-Elevens. They have it anywhere around a bus station, train station. They sell Dramamine type products, so you'll be able to get that and be able to chill out and relax and enjoy your trip. So we're waiting for the van, and it's a couple hours, 2.5 hours to there, and then I'll talk to you again when I get into Bangkok as far as transferring, getting to the train station, okay? But we're headed to Victory Monument. So if you have a map and you can find Bangkok map or something, look for Victory Monument, because that's where we're headed. This is where they're going to drop us off, where most of the minivans, one of the stops that all the minivans make, going to and from Chiang Mai. So see you in a bit.
Ai ai. Băng kém nha, làm băng kém. Cònทำไมอ่ะฮะ
So I'm in Bangkok. Boy, it's been a long time since I've been in a big city. It's actually overwhelming. But it's fun. I still gotta have fun. So anyway, I'm off the van. I'm at Victory Monument stop. So we're gonna go check out, get on the BTS, and which is right above us up here, and head off to the train station. I'll show you how to make that connection, okay? So as we head down the sidewalk, it's just a short way to get to the BTS station. A lot of vendors, as you can see, all over the sidewalks. It's a very busy area. The Victory Monument is just down this road a little further. Very busy area. So anyway, as you can see, here's the entrance to the stairs for Victory Monument, BTS station. So there we go. Let's go get a SkyTrain. Okay, so let's see where we are. Okay, we're at N3. We're at Victory Monument. I need to go to the Koh Lampang train station, which is right here. So we're going to take the green line to Siam Station. We're going to switch to the MRT. Okay, actually, we're going to switch to the green line here, which is the Siloam line. So this is the Sukhumvit line. This is going to be the Siloam line. We're going to go Siloam to Saladang. Saladang, we get the MRT, which is the underground, to the train station. Okay? So that's the scoop. So let's get on the stop here, station, at the Siam. And then we'll switch. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this and film at the same time, but anyway, here's an automated machine. I can hit English, and we want to go to Saladang. So let me see if I push this Saladang. Station selected, Nong Chonli. No, I don't want that one. It didn't hit the right one. There we go. Saladang, ticket fare 25 baht. Hello. Okay, hold on. Let me let these people pay while I get my money. Okay, doke. So, hey, thank you. So I got my card. People were patient. They weren't yelling at me, get out of the way. So now I'll go ahead and head through the turnstile, and we'll head off to the train. Okay, so you keep your card. And you'll deposit when you leave. Make sure that you paid enough for your trip. So you remember where we're going now? So we got to switch trains, a couple stops down. It's after rush hour. There might be seats available, but during rush hour, there's not. Always stand aside. Anybody can get out if they're getting out. Sawasdee krap. Hello. There we go. Now we're going to head to Siam Station.
Where are you going?
Home by Siam by Saladang. And the MRT to Kuala Lumpur train station. Road 5 by Road 5 Chiang Mai. By name Chiang Chiang Mai.
Speak Thai very well.
ขอบคุณครับบักหวานนะผมพูดไม่เก่งไงผมพูดได้นิดหน่อย Where do you work? You have a tag? Where do you work?
Pharmacist.
Oh, pharmacist.
เป็น pharmacist เอง
พาคอมโพมีร้านขายยาอเมริกา
Come from America.
มาจากอเมริกา
To travel.
ชอบผมอยู่ที่นี่10 ปีกว่า
ตัวโลนเลย
โอเคไปที่
สถานีต่อไปสยามผู้โดยสารสามารถเปลี่ยนเส้นทางไปสายสีลมได้ที่สถานีสยาม Next station สยาม
Next station สยาม
Doors will open on the right hand side of the train.
Right hand. Oh my God. We're gonna go out this side. Where are you going? By name? Where are you all going?
Siam.
Oh, Siamด้วยเหรอ And you?
สมาร์ท
อ๋อ
เลสติลงนายเซน
Okay, now we got to make sure we're heading to the right place. And this one goes to Saladang, huh? Okay, thank you so much. Wow. My tour guide. You're my tour guide. Thank you. Yeah, this is very small, hard to read. For young people. And can't read it either? I don't know if they can see this on the camera. I'm telling her it's so small, there's no way I'm going to read it. She said even young people can't read this. Oh, so people can go, huh? Oh, thank you. okay, my train's not till 10 o'clock, Situm. Okay, nice. Yeah, plenty of time, huh?
We go to Saladang and connect to the subway.
MRT
MRT.
to Hua, how do you call Hua Lumpong? Hua Lumpong. Very good. Yeah. My teacher. My tour guide and my teacher. What is this? Is this oh, Siam Paragon. Oh, this is a big, beautiful mall across from the station here. You can see Siam Paragon. Great place if you're in Bangkok. Good place to eat. Mi Ranahan Yuya. Mi Ahan Yuya. Good place. Mini store, movie theater. Eat good food. So you live in Bangkok? Okay, very good. That didn't take too long. All right. Now we're going to get off at the Saladang station, and we're going to connect with the underground, the MRT.
สถานีต่อไปสารแดงผู้โดยสารสามารถเปลี่ยนเส้นทางไปรถไฟฟ้ามหานครได้ที่สถานีนี้ Next station สารแดง Interchange with MRT.
That's my stuff. My stuff. Looking for signs to the MRT, so we can switch over to the underground transit system, as opposed to the SkyTrain. We're going to go now to a subway underground. So we're looking for signs that say MRT. MRT, how about that? There was a sign to the right, MRT. So let's go. Now I'm going to have to give up this ticket now, and I'll get a new ticket on the MRT to go to the train station. This ticket only got me this far. Okay. We're on our way to the MRT. MRT this way. A lot of shopping malls in Bangkok. So on these elevated walkways, you can see lots of traffic. This is why you stay off of the surface roads. Oh, something I want to mention about the minivan coming from Chiang Mai. Make sure a couple things. One is, if you're coming to Bangkok or leaving Bangkok, make sure you don't leave Bangkok in the afternoon at rush hour, and you don't head into Bangkok early in the morning at rush hour, because you'll get hung up. Make sure you leave yourself some extra time, some leeway when you're traveling in and out of the city, because there's no telling. We got traffic jams and accidents and stuff like that, as you can see. There's the nightlife of Bangkok down below the SkyTrain station. And the other thing is, make sure to try and wear seatbelts in those minivans if you can. Nobody wore one except me in the van I just came on. Here's the MRT, Silom Station, where we're headed. And yeah, try and wear seatbelts because those are notorious for being in accidents. Those minivans, there's a lot of them on the road, crazy traffic. They think they're race car drivers, so try and wear a seatbelt if you can. So those are a few little tips as far as traveling in the minivan. We're headed off this elevated walkway to the MRT, and I'll start filming again when I get to, you can actually see the entrance to it. There's the entrance down there to the MRT. So we're on this elevated walkway. So far we're into this trip about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the time I got out of the minivan. So you can see it's not that long of a trip. And so I'll continue this when we get into the subway. Okay, here's the entrance to the MRT. Welcome to the MRT. We'll see how much the ticket is to this train station. Now the MRT was going to get out. It's drop you right at the train station. So you can see, you don't even have to take surface roads. It's not a problem. Easy to get around, easy to navigate, friendly people. So let's get a ticket, see how much it costs. Now I'm going to have to turn this off because there's actually going to be security checking bags and stuff over here at the metal detector, so I'm going to have to turn this off, I'm sure. Okay, we want English. Okay, we need to go to last one on this stop. 18 baht. Put in 20 baht bill, and we should be good to go. Hard to do this with the camera. Our little token came out, and our change. Okay, we're good to go. Back to the trains. Just tap my token, it opens up, and we're headed on. Now remember, I want to go to Hua Lamphong Station, which says it's to the left up here. So we'll head that way. And that's it. We're headed to the underground rail system and headed off to the train station. So far so good, right? Not bad. So I hope this is helpful, showing you all this. And it doesn't just apply to going from Chiang to Chiang Mai. This is going to basically be the drill for taking the minivans anywhere or taking the BTS or the MRT. So this is giving you pretty good coverage of all these different forms of transportation here. So I hope this is being helpful to you all. Here we go. You can just notice a stark difference, contrast between these rapid transit systems and the railway station. Wait till you see. Anyway, see where it's Ceylon. And it says the next train's coming in 5 minutes. So there you go. Good to go. Not many people traveling the MRT tonight. I don't think you can see this, but this little insignia here is the BTS. So there's a connecting point here to the MRT, one at Sukhumvit line, and Chak. This is a big market. I can never pronounce it. Chak Park. Anyway, that's where you can connect between the BTS, the SkyTrain, and the underground MRT. And there's not a lot of people going this way because there's only 2 stops between here and the train station. So a lot of people are going to be getting out of here, though, to be going up to the BTS line. One thing I'm going to comment on here. This is the way it is in the States because I haven't been there so long, but almost everybody is on their handheld devices here. Sometimes I think we've got to have a Betty Ford clinic for smartphone usage. Talks to anybody in subways anyway, even here. Antisocial behavior on a rapid transit system, no matter where you're at.
สถานี3 ย่านโปรดใช้ความระมัดระวังขณะก้าวออกจากรถ3 ย่าน Station. Please mind the gap between train and platform.
So I got one more stop to go. Okay, headed back up to street level now. Notice it says on the sign, number 2 exit. Number 2 is the railway station. So now we gotta look for number 2 to the left. I'll put my little token in, get rid of it. So I'm good to go. Okay, number 2, this way. Now it's a long walk to the railway station. I had to clarify that. It's a long walk, but we're downstairs, underneath the ground. So what we're doing here is we're going under all the road system to get to the train station. So it's a long walk, but it's not up on the city streets. It's down below the ground, so that's the scoop. One thing I want to mention, if you have the time as you go down this hallway, it's sort of the history and the construction of the MRT system and stuff. So if you have the opportunity to take the time to read all this stuff, it's really interesting. How it shows how they carved all this stuff out and created the system. So it's very cool, very educational, informative, entertaining, if you have the time. Okay, we're headed back up now, and as you can see, when we get to the top, we'll be at the train station. We've got about, I'd say 35-40 minutes into this since I got out of the minivan. And here we go. We're at the train station.